Good morning, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. So yesterday I tried to do this video and I started out with a video on myself and then I turned it to where I had the video on my hands, and somehow I had myself sideways and my hands a different direction, and so now I'm redoing that video. Today I'm going to show you some very simple stitches. This is the basis of knitting, knowing these stitches, and I've been assuming that you know how to do these. If you're a brand new knitter and you don't know how to do anything, any knit stitches, this is where you want to start. You want to learn how to do the knit stitch and the purl stitch. And I'm going to try to show you in both styles of knitting. Actually, there's more than two, but I'm going to show you in English and Continental. There is Portuguese, which is totally different, and I did take a class on that. I'm going to try to do some videos on Portuguese knitting further on down the line. I need to practice that a little bit more. I'm not good at that at all. Anyway, it's totally different, and the tensioning on Portuguese is amazing. Anyway, just wanted to show you, I have this backwards. Let me correct this. I've been playing with this swatch instead of knitting when I'm supposed to be knitting. Anyway, to start, I am assuming that you already have some stitches cast on a knitting needle. To knit a stitch, this is English style. You're going to tension the yarn with your right hand, however that may be, whatever's most comfortable for you. A lot of people do this motion. I have a hard time doing that. I tension it around my other fingers and pull it tight. Anyway, it's whatever works the best for you. But to do the knit stitch English style, you take your right hand needle, insert it into the stitch, that next stitch to be knit that's on your left hand needle. Wrap the yarn around with your needle, grab it and pull the yarn through to create the stitch. That's it. After you're done, you slide the yarn that's on your left hand needle off, and it's caught because you've already knit the stitch. That's a knit stitch, English style. I'll do it again. You insert your right hand needle into the next stitch that's on the left hand needle to be knit. Wrap your yarn around. The yarn has to be at the back of it too. Wrap your yarn around, pull the yarn through, slide the yarn off the left hand needle. Do it again. Alright, when I meant with the working yarns in the back, like this. It's at the back of your knitting needles. So, insert your right hand needle, wrap your yarn around, pull your stitch through, slide the yarn off the left hand needle. That's all there is to the knit stitch for continental knitting. Now for the purl stitch, the first thing you want to do is bring your working yarn to the front of your work. Insert your right hand needle into the next stitch. Wrap your yarn around it this way. With your needle, grab that yarn, pull it through to create the stitch. Slide this yarn off your left hand needle. And you'll notice the difference is between the two. You can see the knitting stitch has more like a V there. The purl stitch has this little bump that's there. That's how you can tell the difference between the two. This yarn is pretty bright. I hope you can see that easily. You can see the V on the knit stitch, and then you can see the purl bump on the purl stitch. Let me show you the purl stitch again. Bring the working yarn to the front like I just did. Insert your right hand needle. Wrap the yarn around, pull it through, slide this working yarn off the left hand needle, and that's it. That's the purl stitch. That's what they look like. Now to do this continental style, this is not my forte, so I am laughing with you, and if you want to put a laugh in the comment section, please do, because I am horrible at this. You got to tension the yarn with your left hand. If you're a crocheter, this might be a little bit easier way to do for you. But to knit, what I do is I kind of hold my stitches on my left hand needle with my second finger here. I pull this next stitch that I'm going to knit, I pull it open a little bit with my right hand needle, and I grab that working yarn and pull it through. And that's all there is to it. So again, you get the next stitch on the knitting needle, kind of hold it in place so that it doesn't slide off this needle with my second finger. Open it up, create a hole, pull the working yarn through, and then slide it off the left-hand needle. That's it. That's all there is to knitting in Continental style. Super easy, super fast. This next one is what's hard. For the Purl Stitch Continental style, you want to bring the working yarn to the front, go behind the working yarn, insert the right-hand needle through the stitch that's on the left-hand needle. Then you want to take this working yarn, whoops, sorry, here I go, I'm already messing up. Take your second finger, push it down so that you can grab the yarn with your right needle. Once you've grabbed that yarn and created that stitch, you just pull it off the left-hand needle, and there you go. See, there's the purl stitch with the purl bump. Not easy for me to do. Easy for me to say, not easy for me to do. Alright, again, it's a lot of working. You have to get these two fingers to work together. Let me tension this a little bit better. Tension it. Your working yarn's in front. You insert your right-hand needle into the next stitch to be purled. Sorry. With my second finger, you pull that yarn down so that you can grab the yarn with your needle. Once you've grabbed it, you can just slide it off to the stitch. Slide it off the left-hand needle, and there's your purl stitch. So there you go. I need to practice that a lot more. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're a subscriber to my channel, thank you so much for supporting me. I hope you have a wonderful day.